All right. Welcome to another week. Let's dive right in and see what's going on. Before we get started, I'll talk about the decks that I picked and why I picked them. Um, so, the angels and ancestors I picked, but I pulled out the feminine aspects of this because I was just being guided to have just the masculine aspects. And then I have the divine feminine deck, that's where we'll pull the feminine from, which will also be funny because I always butcher the names on there. And then we're just going to use the yantra cards to see um, like what that's all about. And so just I've been kind of following some different, uh, different channelers and psychics and whatever. And it seems like there's sort of a push for the balance of masculine and feminine, divine masculine and feminine coming in. So I'm going to read each day with those sets of cards just to see how we can better balance those energies every day. Because sometimes it's a weird question of like how do I do that? Um, so let's go on a little journey together this week of balancing our masculine and divine feminine energies. And yeah, let's see what the overall week's about, though. Um, yeah, it's just interesting times as we continue moving forward. Not this week, but next week, coming up on the start of those eclipse seasons. So, yeah. All right. So we got time for the overall theme of this week. And that's interesting because full sun, crescent moon, the goddess, the divine feminine, new energy coming in, birth. Uh, what else have we got in there? There's a lot going on. Yeah, so it's just, I think it's time. We are doing this shift. It is happening right now. Um, and with time comes balance. Like we need to balance that masculine, feminine energy and then all the other energies coming in. So, yeah, and I've been talking to a lot of people too, and time is, tripping us up, slipping, going really fast, slowing right down. So I think it's just like we're in this place with everything, with every system, time, money, abundance, all of it, physical body, even the earth itself is, shifting and changing a lot. Um, and we're just trying to navigate this new time, this new whatever's coming in. So let's also do one of the tarots here and just see what else we get. Yeah, it was funny. I read, I think it was last week, or maybe it was the week before. Again, see, time is just like I don't remember when it was. But the cards that I drew out of that Sacred Earth deck, um, another person that reads cards, Amanda Ellis online, she pulled the exact same cards like at the beginning and end of her readings too. So she had a very different interpretation but not, we weren't that far off. So it's just interesting stuff right now, I think. Okay, yeah. And so we got the High Priestess. Definitely, it's interesting though, because the reason I'm feeling this masculine and feminine energy isn't so much that we're working with the divine feminine, but what we're working with is, yeah, it's almost like the masculine is awakening. So it's like making sure we have a good balance of that. Sorry, just totally like zoned out there. Oh my gosh, and you're gonna laugh your butt off at this one. The High Priestess. I am transcendent of time and space. Interesting. So it could be a little bit of a trippy week, you guys. That, again, so time, I'm just got that song in my head. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Who knows? I really picking up on that. So let's see what the week holds day by day. And we'll sum it up again at the end. But yeah, it looks like we're going on a journey this week through time and space and evening out these energies and learning to work with them. And I have a feeling by finding the balance of that masculine and feminine energies, it'll help us balance things throughout our life. So again, abundance, um, time itself, uh, all the family karma and drama and everything that's coming up right now, our physical bodies. So come on this journey with me for the week, and we'll see day by day what we need to do, and maybe we could work some magic by getting in balance and getting in alignment. And yeah, let's travel time and space together. I'm on the journey with you guys. Let's do this. Okay, so we're going to take a look at Monday, but before we do, I realized right before I went to read, it wasn't the Angels and Ancestors deck that I wanted. It was the Keepers of the Light, which so and I did the same thing I did with the other one. I pulled out the feminine because I've already got the divine feminine deck. So these are the masculine aspects of this deck. Not sure what I was thinking there. I was looking at the cards. I'm like, this isn't the one, or I thought it was the one I wanted to use, but it wasn't. All right, so let's take a look at Monday and see what we're doing on this journey. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting week. I feel like how these cards are going to come up for us is just going to be giving us little tips and tricks on what we should just kind of be focusing on day to day to balance our masculine and feminine energy, to be bringing in, ooh, these cards are sliding. I want this one. To be bringing in this energy of balance for ourselves, so that we are embodying the best and most energetic, light, and spiritual um, this new energy that we can. So what we got first for Monday is Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. The feminine aspect we got was Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God. I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. And then we got two cards here, which is funny because one of them is walking the path, impeccability. And we also got courage, being greater. So that's interesting because the Mary card says to us, my courage gives birth to the divine. I am blessed. Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. So I feel like what we need to bring into balance is kind of that the courage to believe in ourselves, that we are doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing, um, and that we're supposed to be kind of sitting and listening too. Like, trust in your spiritual guidance. It's asking us to. We've got to be listening, right? And we've got to be. So we do need to do a little bit of meditation and things like that every day. Um, and then making sure we're walking the path, like the things that we want to manifest and bring forth is like it's from the four agreements, right? Be impeccable with your word, because what you say is what you end up manifesting. So if you're not walking the walk, or walking the talk, or walking the path, um, you're going to manifest. If you're, yeah, you're going to manifest stuff you don't really want. So make sure you're in alignment with your true desires, and yeah, your commitment to this point is being recognized. So just understand that we're doing this, and keep up with the devotion and have the courage to keep walking the path, because we are birthing the divine through that. So that's Monday. Okay, let's take a look at what we're doing for Tuesday. Yeah, I think a lot of this isn't so much a lot of the work we need to be doing, but just that when you are focusing your few minutes of meditation, that you're like, I would just follow uh, the words that came up for today. Ooh, I want this one, but there's three. I'm not going to read three. We're going to see what I'm going to. It's the middle one I wanted. So they're really, those cards are really stuck together. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we got for Tuesday, Lord Shiva, Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. We also got Joan of Arc, the warrior of light. I have steel like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. And then we got inhale and receiving. So, what I'm getting out of this instantly is that there is an immense amount of light energy coming in, and we just need to take that moment to inhale, receive that energy, and that's helping with this whole transcending where we are right now. So, rising up, honoring the inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. So, again, back to this paying attention to the little messages you're getting. So, again, it feels like what we're supposed to be doing is taking this 5 minutes a day and kind of focusing on these aspects. So, Tuesday, we're going to take a nice big deep breath in, receive the light that's coming in, even if you don't feel like you can feel energy. Um, it's beaming into us quite heavily at this time. So we're just being asked to like pay attention and really connect and start to feel these things. So again, it goes back to the beginning of the week, the card. It's just time. It's time for us to start working with this. It's time for us to stop doubting ourselves. Like that's what we've been doing. It's like, I don't have a place in this. I can't do this. Who am I? That moment is over, and we need to release that because we're being asked to transcend that old attitude of whatever that old attitude is, that you can't do this, that you're not a spiritual being. But all of that stuff is not true, and we need to rise above it. That's just exactly, rise up, transcend above it, and know who you are, and that we're being given guidance constantly, and the light is coming in. So if we want this to be part of our here and now, we need to start allowing it in and and yeah, and just integrating it. So there's no other action for Tuesday but to just let the light in and receive and see what gifts are being given. It's interesting because when you talk about masculine and feminine energies, um, like feminine is the more giving side, and masculine tends to be the more receiving side. It's just sort of like that is the give and take. So they're just asking you to really tap into the masculine here. Inhale and receive. And the masculine side of this is that Lord Shiva is coming in with the information we need to move forward and to transcend that old energy. That's Tuesday. Okay, let's take a look at Wednesday. I know, you guys. This is a bit of a weird reading, that I don't know. I was called to do it. Oh, I got two masks. Oops. Oh, I just dropped these. They're all over the place. Hang on. I didn't actually get two. Actually, I just got one. Okay. Anyway, by Wednesday, yeah, I just was so called to this reading because, well, yeah. And so you just follow guidance, and that's sort of what we're talking about is is really embodying and taking the lessons of these, um or spending the day, you know like starting to work this energy. Okay, Wednesday, let's take a look. Our masculine aspect is Horus, cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Just this constant reminder that we're doing this, you guys. Like, there's no question about it. Um, we also got Sarah Lakali, Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be in love. I have arrived. I am where I will always be in love. Interesting. Interesting. And then we got space, being infinite. I think, again, this is just, again, space, the cosmic gateway, space and time we were talking about. So Wednesday feels like a really kind of like, again, the energy this week might be a little like hard to navigate because it's not stuff we've done before. But just remember that you're where you're supposed to be. And that is always, again, returning to the heart at love. Knowing that um, miraculous changes are occurring. So it's just us being, understanding we're part of the universe and it's shifting right now. And space and time is changing. And we're just part of it. And we're infinite. And we're love and we're light. And these are the things we are. So just really, again, and the other key in that one is, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. So keeping on that theme of making sure you're being super careful about what you're putting out and especially about yourself. And again, if it comes down to this whole thing of, I'm not good enough to be a part of this infinite space, it's like, well, the problem with that saying is that you are the infinite space. So you can't like just opt out and be like, I'm not that, so I'm not going to do it because that's not going to work. So you are the light, you are the love, um, and just allow, again, it's all about these lessons and energies coming in and letting them come in and letting them integrate so that, we become this. What we're talking about is that, that you know, we are this infinite, amazing being that is part of this universal shift. Yeah. So that's Wednesday. That was interesting. All right. Taking a look at Thursday. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I get like I just feel like I can hear people saying, "This is a weird reading. This is weird." But I think like it's because too this new energy is new and we've never seen it before. And we don't really know how to quite work it. So, yeah, I know you guys. Just go along these journeys with me. And if we don't like this reading, we'll never do it again. Ooh, interesting. Okay. We'll laugh about it in a second. So, on Wednesday, we inhaled and received. And so now for Thursday, we just got exhale, surrendering. Okay, don't hold your breath for a day and a half. Please. Anyway, okay, let's see what else we got. From the masculine side, we got Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. See, I keep telling you guys, you are the universe, and the universe is in you, and you are doing this, and you're integrating it perfectly. So they're just saying by Thursday, you got this. Keep doing it. Keep going. We also got Pope Joan, the pontiff of possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. And then, like I said, we got exhale and surrender. It's just this thing of like, this is happening. And the easiest way to integrate it is to just let it unfold and let it happen and keep dreaming, manifesting, believing in the possibilities, because we're limitless. We are limitless. And so this is what we're trying to integrate is that not just the understanding of it, but how to use it so we can improve not just our lives, but others and then the world at large, right? So it does take a little bit of a surrender, a leap of faith, a let go of like all this old ways we've been taught that we're not good enough and all of those things. It's already here for us. And the best way we integrate it and learn and kind of getting like the word practice, right? We got to practice this stuff every day. And that's so far what Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday have been about is like integrating little pieces in 5 minutes or whatever it takes. And just understand that you are doing this and this is part of the process. And let's exhale and let go and surrender and move into this new energy. So that's Thursday. All right, let's take a look at Friday. Okay. Is there two there? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because it's like I just feel like I'm looking at these cards and I'm like, uh, it's kind of like we just took this one step forward, a couple steps forward in this energy, and now it looks like we're just going to take a little step back for Friday, but that's okay because we want to make sure that we're doing our work. So the first card is for the divine masculine, Saint Germain, karma releasing. Move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. So yeah, unfortunately, that means what I'm feeling is that something came in to trip us up a little bit. So, whatever that was from our past, it's funny, I'm getting a lot of family stuff here. Like, it's like, man, we've been so divided, like, this last little while. It's so tricky. There's so many differing opinions. So, as you started to integrate this energy, again, as soon as you start to shine your light, I think sometimes the little like darker energies or lower energies, I don't really like to call them darker, but they don't like that so much. So they'll send us some little BS to trip us up. It's a matter of us not letting that happen. So release that karma. Again, Saint Germain is also the keeper of the violet flame. So I think, yeah, that's right. Anyway, so again, it's we've talked about this in other readings. It's envision the violet flame surrounding whatever karma, incident, person, energy that isn't working for you, and let it. It will burn it out. Which is funny because we also got Kalima, which is the mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. Yeah, I'm really getting that, like, whether it was a friend or a family or somebody called you something crazy, nuts, stupid, whatever the word is. But it's like, no, this is who I am now. And I'm not we're not doing this anymore. We're not letting people lessen our power because the minute you try to shine brighter, some people are going to be in fear of that. So, um, the best thing to do is, yeah, let it. It's not serving us. You might have to let that physical person actually go. Like just be not in their energy or take a break from them. And if you can't do those kind of things, it's like, but be honest with that person and yourself and just say, I cannot handle this anymore and I need a rest. I need a break from it. Um, yeah. So we also got Lala, the saint of spoken words. Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. So that again too, it's just like be impeccable with your word. We're coming back to that a little bit. Um, be careful what we're saying and just let's move beyond that drama. If people want to keep us in that, but you don't want to be there, don't be there anymore. Like I know it's really hard. Um, it's what we need to do to keep integrating these energies and moving into this lighter place. You know, those people that might be criticizing you or cutting you down a peg, they'll come around. It's they're on their own soul journey, and it's not our job to change them. It's not their job to change us either. So if they're really coming at you, it might just be time to, sever the ties. It's the last card we got is life, being awake in this dream. A lot of that, like 3D attacks of other people and things, they're in an illusion. They're in a dream. Um, we need to live our life fully by being awake and seeing what's happening for real under all the whatever they're coming at us with. So that's Friday. It's a bit of a heavy day. So again, just do what you can do to sit back in your heart in love. And, it's just again about like, it's so important that we're clearing that energy that is tripping us up or no longer serving us. Um, Even if it's hard, it's it's our only way forward. It's time, right? Again, it's time. The beginning of this video, it's time to find the balance. And so if someone's coming in and upsetting that balance, we just have to stop believing what they're saying. We only believe this person, right? Again, every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. End of sentence. Okay, that's Friday. All right, taking a look at Saturday. Oof. I hope it's a lighter day after Friday. There, it was a little bit much. Hey, oops. All right. Ooh. Let's see where this goes. Hmm. Ooh, that one jumped out again. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I picked two here. Okay. So Saturday, Commander Ashtar, call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. So as a follow-up to Friday, once we start writing our own story, and it's just saying, this is who I am. I'm moving forward in this direction because it's right for me. It doesn't have to be right and it's probably not right for other people, and they should be doing their own work. So the action step here is to stand up and say, this is who I am and I'm moving forward. We also got Diana, Queen of the Wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. Gosh, that's a beautiful card. That's a beautiful card. I know Diana too is also, it's focused intention. It's like she's always got the sling of arrows. Like she's quite the marksman. Um, so it's just like, yeah, it's like it it's time for us to be just like straight and true about who we are, and we just don't listen to anything else. This is calling us again though to like that frequency of love is the most important place for us to be. So if that, and again the wilderness comes up, so if you are struggling, get out in nature and just understand, same thing, we are part of this great big plan and planet. And we got inhale again for Saturday, receiving. So again, I think again some more energy coming in. This would say to me, definitely get out into nature if you can. It's interesting though too, because what I'm also getting is like there's a galactic connection to this. So watch the stars. Um, you know, that's all I'll say about that. And then it's interesting because I've got this, but it's like for some strange reason, like Princess Diana is popping into my head. So I'm not making the connection, but let's just see what happens on Saturday. Um, and we also got, as well as inhale and receive, we also got joy and feeling. So yeah, it just Yeah, maybe something's happening on the world stage or something is just being revealed to us, but it's not, I'm not quite sure. It's an interesting Saturday read. Yeah, spend time in nature, look at the stars, and I'm just trying to feel into this, but it's very different. Um, yeah. Hmm. Saturday's kind of interesting. I kind of am at a loss on that one, but maybe I should draw one more card. Um, let's look at let's use the tarot and see the major arcana clarifies a little bit about Saturday. The Chariot. I wisely use my personal power and power of choice to do my good work in the world. So yeah, it's just again reiterating this whole um yeah, that we lead by example, we walk our talk, and we're just plain and simple, this is who I am. And if you want to follow, not that we're supposed to be following people, but we can help, again, leading by example. So interesting too, the inhale. We'll see if we get exhale on Sunday. Don't hold your breath for 2 days again. Okay, that's Saturday. Okay, let's take a look at Sunday. Yeah, again, sorry you guys. I know this is totally a bit of a weird reading, but it's fun. And if it didn't, if it's like not working for you, you probably are not still watching now. And then, and yeah, you can leave a comment if it's not your jam. Like, let me know, and I'll try not to do anything weird like this again. I can't guarantee anything. It's my, this is who I am. I'm walking my dog, sort of, sometimes. I know, there's days we don't, just because we're, it's a lot and we're overwhelmed, and we don't really know how to navigate some of this energy. So, okay. Ooh, Sunday. Awesome. Ooh, interesting. Okay. That's funny. I just wanted to see if there was. Okay. So, Sunday, we got Master Buddha. Increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. So, again, just returning to the self and knowing that you are good enough, you are getting these downloads, you are intuitively taking in the information, you are integrating the light, the energy, the love. We also got, I'm not going to try to say that, but it's the diamond hearted Dakini. I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. So maybe just a little bit of workaround, still fighting that ego of like, I can't do this. I'm not good enough. Again, you are the light. Trust your inner voice. Go deeper with that inner voice. It's not bypassing the ego, but you know when it comes up that it's not how you really feel about yourself. So we kind of have to stop listening to it in that degree and really get into our inner voice, that deep spiritual knowing, and starting to listen. That's part of, I think, this whole energy of this whole week is we need to start listening to ourselves because we do have the answers. And it's interesting because then we pulled the communication being impeccable, and we also got impeccability, walking the path. So it's like, yeah, we are doing this. It's just we have to get out of our own way and understand that we're part of this, and this was meant to be, and this is exactly where we're heading. So yeah, a little bit back and forth this week again, just needing to burn out some energy. It seems like I can't remember now if that was Wednesday or Thursday that someone might have thrown us off our path a little bit, or some energy threw us off our path, just that we didn't, where we went back into the self doubt. And it's just saying, keep integrating the light and know that you're doing it. And this week has just been about we're still in school. This is still an exercise in like in what we're becoming. So we have to keep practicing, and we keep practicing every day by doing meditation, but like also, working with manifestation and trying not to get tripped up by lower energy and other people's opinions and even our own opinion you know, of ourselves. So just working on those things. Again, back to the beginning, it's all about time and space. Things are going to be changing. We're just learning. We're just learning. That's the big thing. We're just learning to integrate this energy, you guys. So be, first of all, be kind and easy to yourself, and just know in your heart of hearts that you are doing this, and it's all going to be well. We just are like, we're in school, so we're taking this program, and we're probably going to get a couple of good pop quizzes and tests. That's just going to come up, and we'll get through with flying colors because we know that we are this light and this love. So you can't escape that. It's happening no matter what. All right, that's Sunday. All right, let's sum up this week. I know it's been a little all over the place. Um, yeah, I just feel like I think a big part of it is like I'm noticing in our day to day lives, there's a lot going on, and it is sidetracking us. And so I think part of this reading is really about um, is just us, making sure we're not being pulled off track because we are, um, and that we're doing the little bits of the work to keep the light keep it's coming in no matter what. We don't get to we're not stopping that. But if we want to be this change in the world, we have to be the change, right? So we have to accept change. We have to and start believing in ourselves. And it's interesting because the card we pulled for the like to sum up the week is expectation. And if you look it's like it's almost like I don't know. It's like it's wings, but it could be. It's not. It's not a dragonfly. It's not a phoenix. It's kind of like a nondescript set of wings. But like, look at her looking up to that sun. Like, the sun is coming in, giving us all this energy, this new gifts, all the love of the universe. Um, yeah, and I always say expectation. Like, if you're going to expect something, let it be a miracle. Expect a miracle. That's one of my favorite sayings. It's interesting because a lot of the times, like I always use this analogy, like when we're talking about like manifestation, it's funny. We'll go to worst case scenario always first. We've been trained that way in this little 3D world. It's, like the plague of like let's talk about the end of times. The first place we go, it's a plague of locusts. Okay, well, if we start believing in that, chances are pretty good we're going to invite that in. And it is going to happen. And we are going to see it manifest in front of us. I've always been baffled why we're not spending time investing in the thought of a million butterflies that suddenly come out of nowhere on the planet. Like, why can't we manifest something benevolent and good? And the answer is we can. So it's definitely it's that masculine and feminine energy. It's finding that balance that where we're not going too far into like one or the other, and we're manifesting consciously for the good of all, not just ourselves, but like again, I mean, we start with us, and once we're in a good place, then we can go help others. But we've got to really we have to be watching what we're saying and doing and treating ourselves and again this energy is here for us, like we're just learning to integrate it and we just got to keep on keeping on, like that is exactly what we need to do. Let's have one more card and expect a miracle instead of expecting the worst case scenario. Like, no matter what crap stuff came into your life this week, expect a miracle. Try. And even if you don't know what to ask for, it's just like put it out there to your guides and any of the ascended masters or the divine feminine, the divine masculine. Just say, I, from my heart, need, this is what I need. I need to be in love and in light, and I need to see something more benevolent in my life. You don't have to specifically ask for something. I mean, it's fun sometimes to play around with that because if you ask specifically and get something, um, like the butterfly analogy, it's like even if you just see it on a billboard or a thing, it's like it's still manifesting. So we also got the Empress, which is awesome because that's rebirth, renewal. Look at all this light coming in, all the nature, all the animals. I see the sacred in all beings and myself. And we're just going to leave it there for the week. You are a sacred being. You are a sacred being of love, a sacred being of light. You are here for a reason. We all came here to work this energy. We are all capable. We are all strong. We are all love and light. And I know that sounds right all the time, but this is what we are. This is truly what our soul essence is. And so it's just time to start shining that out. The time has come, my friends. Have great expectations. It makes it so much easier when you start manifesting pretty stuff. All right, that's the week. Sorry for the weirdo reading. Hope you guys are still with me, and we'll see you next week.